I just wanted to put this video together. I mean, had a little bit of time to think about it since yesterday, but it's Saturday, February 27th, 2021. Friday afternoon, I was going to the bank on Alvarado, Wells Fargo, which is at, I think it's 399 might be the address there. Anyways, I come up and I'm standing up front and there's a couple people waiting in line, which is not uncommon on a Friday afternoon with the whole COVID thing. People are masked up and waiting to get in. They have one of their managers standing at the door, guiding people and directing traffic, so to speak, trying to chit chat with people in line, see how they're doing. I told the guy, I said, look, I don't talk to people with masks on. If you want to insist on dehumanizing me by forcing me, a healthy person, to wear a mask to go in your bank, I really don't have anything to say. He said he was getting sick and tired of having to wear a mask too. So while I'm standing there, there's a gentleman in front of me. I think he might be a cook or chef or something. He kind of had that smock on and the hat. He was waiting to get in. And a car pulled up and it parked right there in one of the 30-minute parking spaces, or the 24, I forget. But a guy gets out and I looked right at him and I go, oh, hell, that's the mayor of Monterey, Clyde Roberson. And he looked at me and he wasn't wearing a mask, standing outside his car, of course, driving around. I really don't care if you wear a mask, but it's the point of, it's the mayor of Monterey, should be leading by example and showing everybody that he's 100% on this. You know, we're going to charge you a $100 fine if you don't wear a mask, but, you know, it's okay for him. So he gets out and he sees me, and you can see this look come over his face, like, you know, he just got caught with his hand in the cookie jar kind of thing, the guilt thing. I could see it in his eyes. But then, you know, he hurriedly put his mask on and he had a piece of paper in his hand and went around. The guy at the door recognized him, and, you know, he was all of a sudden, oh, hello, sir, and we'll come right in. You know, he didn't have to wait in line, but he was doing business. He wasn't going to a teller. Understandable. There's a woman in the passenger seat. Now I've realized, because I've looked up photos of him and his wife, thanks to Ed Smith's page on the internet. There's a photo of he and his wife, and it's the same woman. She's not wearing a mask. She gets out, she walks in the bank, not wearing a mask. Now, if she has asthma or whatever else, or she's gotten the COVID shot, been vaccinated, I don't know what, but the idea of wearing a mask, as we've been told, is it's to protect other people, because I guess you could still be a carrier and spew it out, you know, when you're breathing or something. I'm not sure how all this works. I really don't care. But if you're going to set guidelines and rules for the rest of the public to follow, even though you give exemptions to homeless people, maybe she's homeless. No, I don't think so. She's the mayor's wife. I doubt that she's homeless. But, you know, if you have emphysema or asthma or some kind of breathing problem, yeah, the mask can be restrictive and so forth. But if you're going to go into a public place like the bank, then maybe you should just do your banking online, or whatever business you have can be taken care of by somebody else that can come in and be subject to the same guidelines and quote protections that the rest of the public is being mandated to follow. Anyways, of all the times for me to not have my phone, and I left it in the truck because I had it plugged in because I was listening to music, I just said, well, I'll just leave it here, throw my jacket over it and go inside and take care. I didn't have my phone. I'd have pictures, I'd have video. It would have been a wonderful thing. I could have gone in and harassed him. Well, not harassed, asked some questions while they were dealing with the banker, or I guess in the loan department, or whatever banking business they had. I'm not sure what it was, but they were sitting at a desk over on the north side of the bank, and I went in. And when I finally did get in, there was only 2 people in line. And there's usually, I've seen it where I think there's like 7 spaces, but they wanted to restrict the number of people, even though they have it socially marked out, the social distancing marked out in the bank. But whatever that is, I don't know. It's like those molecules aren't floating around in the air after someone's left for 15, 20 minutes. I don't know. But yeah, the insanity of the whole thing. But for the mayor of Monterey get out of his car, downtown Monterey, not wearing a mask, stand there, look at me, and then, oh no. And then, put it on real quick. And then her to walk in, not wearing a mask at all. But the rest of us have to go through this bullshit. I just call bullshit. Let's just put it at that. Anyways, have a nice day. I'm working in my garden. I'm planting stuff, making compost, and spreading my bovine excrement elsewhere. See ya.